Hey everyone, it's Norm from Tested here at Monster Palooza, and I'm here with Jeremy, who's repping X Plus, as well as you also work for Star Ace as well. I'm a big fan of the X Plus products. We met up at New York Comic Con a couple years ago, but this is your first Monster Palooza, right?
Yeah, it's so far been pretty exciting. Way more things here than I expected.
Yeah.
In the short amount of time that I've been here, I've got a lot of questions about our products, so it's great to be here and a lot of fun.
Absolutely, you guys are bringing a bunch of products as well. X Plus, I think you guys are really well known for all your Godzilla, your Toho creatures that are like these beautiful, at various scales, vinyl models.
That's right, and we also have RMC, which are like a polystone too, that they're not as popular as the vinyl because of the breakability of them.
Sure.
But the majority of people know us for the kaiju.
The kaijus,
Sure.
Absolutely. And for vinyl castings, the paint detail, the sculpt detail, they make such amazing desk pieces and art pieces around the house. This one's from the most recent Godzilla vs. Kong, is that right?
Yeah, the 2021 film by Legendary.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, this one was just released pretty recently here, so I don't believe that this one was made from the 3D model from the film like the last one. I'd have to double check that, but the last one that was in this scale, we actually took the 3D model from the film and did a little bit of tweaking and changes to make a good reference from that. But typically, a lot of times they're sculpted by a hand in clay.
Yeah.
In this apartment in Japan that I got to visit when I went there, and it was quite amazing to see all of this come to life in such a small little area. So.
You know, I appreciate that there's assets from modern digital films that give you that fidelity, but I think there's really a place for like an artist who's known for the kaiju sculpts to make a statement and for people to be fans of that work as well. So I love that X Plus is still having some original art sculpts recreating these iconic kaiju.
Right, and to your point there, we have what's called the favorite sculptors line, which we have things from like a famous sculptor named Yuji Sakai. A lot of times I get to help with creating the packaging, and a good friend of mine, John Ruffin from My Kaiju, we've hired him out a few times to do the box art, and Mr. Sakai really likes that. I've animated some of the commercials that Toho's approved for that, so it's been a lot of fun.
That's a great relationship with the kaiju creators themselves.
Right.
Well, not only is there Godzilla and kaiju, but there's also this legacy of creatures from Harryhausen, the world of Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah, so the Ray Harryhausen, we got licensing for the 100-year anniversary for his birthday.
Yeah.
And we're going to be continuing the series. We're working with the Ray Harryhausen Foundation really closely to look at the models, to get approvals from them. So they're very involved in the process of our figure creation and the new model kits that we've been creating, and the vinyl toys that we've been releasing recently.
And of course, you know, these are decades and decades old, these stop motion puppets, and to accurately recreate them in an iconic pose, whether it's a Cyclops or, you know, a skeleton, like they're just really beautiful works of art into themselves. You're also announcing model kits here, or you're showing off some model kits you guys are diving into, is that right?
So if you take a look here, we're expanding our line of old plastic model kits. And a fun fact about this is that at a time when model kits weren't very popular in Japan, these Aurora type model kits were coming out, and it was post-war in America where those types of kits already started gaining popularity. So a lot of people at that time like motorized like tin toys and things. So that's what these are based upon, and we're trying to bring that back and pay homage to that.
Yeah, and with characters that are from classic films. So you have things like this. This is a prototype of Cyclops from a classic Harryhausen design. I love that there's diorama base. There's even, you know, cage and skeletons here. And this will all be part of the plastic model kit. Is that right?
That's correct. We also have these chess pieces. So last time you asked me about the Star Wars.
Yeah.
I tried reaching back out to Marvel and Disney to bring those back, because you were asking me about those last time.
Yes, the generic chess pieces.
Yes, so I really hope that comes to fruition. But that being said, we've got these little model pieces with the little Cyclops that we're going to be selling. So they're a little bit of a smaller scale, and they'll be a little bit cheaper for people to kind of get themselves into and
Yes.
make for a really cool collectible as well.
Oh, love it. And I love that there's stuff that you can buy that's beautifully finished and painted. That's not crazy expensive, in my opinion, for the
Right.
finishing work. Or if you want to assemble it yourself, you can put one together. I have my eye, and I know Adam has his eye on the Maria from Metropolis. That one is so cool as a model kit.
Yeah, so that one was very difficult to try to find the licensing for because I don't know if you know the history behind it, but there's kind of a gray area whether or not it's in the public domain yet or not. So that was a very interesting project to be a part of as well. But the Maria we're really excited about. So just to give you a little bit of a background here, we started off with the Vampirilla, and then we moved into the Metropolis 1929, I believe.
Yep.
And also, we're going to be going into expanding into Universal Monsters and Jurassic Park coming up.
In the model kit line, in the classic model kit line.
Right. So we're really wanting to push the vintage model kits and the magic that they used to have at one time. So
Absolutely.
that's why the box art looks very vintage, and we're
Yeah.
really trying to bring a lot of that back. And especially for collectors that may have been collecting this for a lot of years, like that's like a, I don't know what the word is, nostalgia for them to have something that's new but looks old. So.
Well, it's I think also more accessible now with tutorials that you can find online for painting them, the supplies for the paints, the adhesives, and we certainly can't wait to get our hands on this Maria so we can assemble it. It will be a future one-day build. I can promise. I can guarantee you that.
Yes. And we may have different poses too.
Oh.
So if you see like the Vampirilla, for example, we've got glow in the dark. We're probably going to be doing a couple other like poses with that as well.
Oh.
So
Very, very
it's
cool.
going to be exciting. So if you have any ideas of what you would like to see from Maria, you let me know and we'll pass along that suggestion to the sculptors and things too.
Awesome. I love that you're taking input as well. I'm sure there'll be plenty of input from the viewers and the commenters in the comments below. But Jeremy,
Yeah.
it's so good to see you.
Yeah,
Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monsterpalooza.
you too. So,
Thank you. So
yeah.
good to see you, Jeremy.